Meantime, elder statesman Anab Saraiwe says they will appeal the decision of a state high court in Port Harcourt to strike out their suit, which sought to challenge the peace agreement brokered by President Tinubu on the political crisis in the state. Justice Chinwendu Nwogo struck out the suit on Tuesday for lack of jurisdiction. The suit, brought by 10 elders and stakeholders in the state, was also seeking to restrain Governor Siminalayi Fubara from presenting the 2024 budget before the Martin Amaewhule-led lawmakers. It also sought to restrain the 27 lawmakers from parading and functioning as lawmakers based on their defection to the APC, as well as restraining the governor from reappointing the 9 commissioners who resigned their positions. Correspondent Emekotoka reports that one of the lawyers for the claimant, Emmanuel Urukari, spoke to journalists.
We hope to go back home and discuss with our clients on the next line of action. If you ask me as a lawyer, from my Lord's ruling, it would seem that he had delved into the matter for which parties have not fully been served. All we came to court to do this morning is to ask for an ex parte order for substituted service, because most of the parties have been served, some others we haven't been able to serve them. And that's why we came to court for an ex parte application to enable us serve the remaining parties, only for him to delve into jurisdiction where nobody on the other side had come in to oppose or to challenge his jurisdiction.
Mr. Rukari also expressed worry over the recent court ruling, saying the judiciary appears to be losing its role as the last hope of the common man.
It is rather embarrassing, I would say, that we have gotten ourselves to this level where judiciary is no longer the hope for the common man. But as it were, we will follow the course of justice, because asking us to go striking out our actions at this stage is rather ridiculous. You should allow the proper parties to be before you. All we're asking is, please, we want to serve them by substituted means, and the next thing is our action is been struck out.
In another development, some of the buses released from the River State Fuel Subsidy Palliative Scheme are now parked inside the Rivers Transport Company, RTC. Our correspondent who visited the RTC facility yesterday around 12 p.m. saw about 10 buses parked. Recall that Governor Siminalayi Fubara, during a statewide broadcast to mark his 100th day in office, said he was going to sustain the scheme. Some residents of Port Harcourt who spoke to our correspondent expressed concerns at the reduced operation of the buses on the roads. They also spoke about adapting to the effect of the removed fuel subsidy.
Government has relaxed. Fuel is expensive though, but it's no more the way it used to be. Like people trekking from end to end. Now people can be able to pay fares.
If to say there are many, at least people when they go work for money, they will feel like okay, this bus already say around 6:30. It helps to cushion some of my transportation costs. But now there's Google Meets, Zoom meeting, even interviews. We should do them for phone.
Throughout this whole year, I've not seen that bus. I've never heard of people saying I've used this bus. So it carried me from Chuba to Romokoro. Transport fare is very high, and we just pay like that. It's normal everywhere.
People have gotten used to the system, so I don't think they feel the need to board that bus anymore.
Away from that, a young man, OK Lucky, is alleging that he was harassed by some police officers along Rumokurusi axis while attempting to capture on video the moment they were assaulting another man. Mr. Lucky, who came to the Nigeria Info FM's complex, tells our correspondent that the incident happened on Sunday. He said he felt compelled to record the incident when it became obvious that the officers were not going to stop their actions. He said he was arrested, his phone destroyed, and he was forced to pay 53,000 naira as bail at Elimbu police station.
They started beating me up. Some more officers came, said they are taking me to their office. So we got to their office. They took clothes and money and everything, and they put us behind the bars. Hours later, they called us to write a statement. Earlier, when I wrote statement, I told them to give me a phone, let me make it. So when I wanted to make a call, I found out they are broken. So at the end of the day, they billed us collecting 53,000 naira plus. I need the police officers, followed by Mr. Friday G.O. He was the one leading them. So I need them to repair my phone, return the money they took for us forcefully.
Another resident of River State, Shadrach Wosa, wants the River State Police Command to investigate the activities of the Divisional Police Officer DPO in charge of Elimbu Police Station. Mr. Wosa, in an interview, claims that the DPO accused him of committing a felony. He has called on the Inspector General of Police, Deputy Inspector General, and the Commissioner of Police to look into the matter.
I like a claim that I found a building, 100 million naira building, 100 million naira fence. How can this charge be given to me? He says I committed felony. A law against the state. How can I commit felony? Eleke had destroyed Elimbu. Eleke and one Mrs. Helen, one Mrs. Esupo. That is her cohort. I am calling on Aicho police to come down to River State to send this Eleke Elijah. Eleke Elijah will prepare a charge against you and send you to cell. Before you know it, he will send you to court. Before you know it, you are in prison.
The River State Police Command is yet to speak on this. Still to come, court grants former Anambra Governor Willie Obiano bail. Stay with us. State Lucky Aiyedatiwa has dissolved the State Executive Council with immediate effect. The governor's spokesman Ebenezer Adeniyan in a statement said Governor Aiyedatiwa also relieved all senior special assistants of their duties. The governor thanked the affected officials for their services and contributions to the development of the state. Moving on, Justice Eyang Ekwo of the Federal High Court in Abuja has granted bail to the immediate past governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano. The former governor pleaded not guilty after the charge was read to him. The judge ordered the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to deposit the defendant's travel document with the court registrar. He adjourned the case till March 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th for continuation of trial. And now to business. The federal government, through the Bureau of Public Enterprises, is currently carrying out transactions for the sale of 5 power plants under the National Integrated Power Project. The 5 power plants will be sold for about $1 billion. In entertainment, Nollywood actor Yul Edochie says he is starting an online Christian ministry. He posted a flyer to his Instagram containing the details of his True Salvation ministry and called on his fan to attend online. In sports, Ghana has sacked coach Chris Hughton after their group stage exit from the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. The Black Stars finished on 2 points in Group B.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
A Russian military transport plane carrying Ukrainian prisoners of war has crashed in the southern Belgorod region bordering Ukraine. Russia's Ministry of Defense said at least 65 Ukrainian prisoners of war were killed in the crash. Ukraine's regional governor, Vyacheslav Gladkov, said he was aware of an incident but gave no further details. Video shared on social media showed the plane going down followed by an explosion. That's a wrap of the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. The River State Commissioner for Information, Joe Johnson, says the court judgment on the budget was an ambush. Rivers elders have said they will appeal the court ruling that struck out the suit challenging the peace pact. On the foreign scene, about 65 Ukrainian prisoners of war have been killed in a Russian jet crash. The news was edited by Martha Okirinkam. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Ifechuku Moyeli. Many thanks for listening.
4 years ago, they told us we were consuming 60-something million. In less than 6 months, we increased it from 60-something million to 200 and something million. What were we doing with it? We're bathing with it.
On Talking Figures, we'll be talking business, crunching the numbers, following the money, and examining policy.
In policy communication, it has to be perfect. That's to say, during the policy communication, Nigerians would have known the day subsidy will end.